So, yes. Uh, Hi, Kevin. I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, nice to meet you. Hi, Nancy, joining from PH, aspiring to be a virtual assistant. All right, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. This webinar promises to be insightful, and you're going to learn who a virtual assistant is and how to make money for yourself as a virtual assistant with the freedom of working from wherever you are in whatever niche you choose to. Hi, Gift. Hi, Perpetual. Chidima. Oh, you're a data analyst. Oh, that's amazing. That's actually a niche as a VA. So you can be working from wherever you are. That's really what virtual assistance is. You can have a role or a specialization, and you are not going to like an office space like a 9 to 5. You have the freedom to do whatever it is that you want to do, and that's just what a virtual assistant is. You have your own your skill, and you're working from wherever it is that you are. So it's a remote role. That is essentially what a virtual assistant is. Hi, Temi Saren. I hope I pronounced that right. Joining us from Port Harcourt. Welcome. And you're an aspiring VA. All right, welcome. So I asked a question initially, and I'd like for you to drop your answers in the chat box or in the comment section if you're watching us from YouTube. Um, and I said that if you never really had to worry about money, or you never really had to worry about working at all for like in your life, what is that thing that you be doing with your time? What is that thing that you would commit yourself to? So I'd like for everybody to share that their dreams or their hobbies in the comment section. Something that you can do with the rest of your time. So while that this is while we're waiting for our host speaker, Mene Victory. Uh Thank you for joining the call. Thank you for joining. I can see that more people are joining us. I can see that more people are joining us. Kindly introduce yourself in the comment section or in the chat box. If you're joining us on YouTube, kindly introduce yourself. Let us know where you're joining from. Let us know if you're already a virtual assistant, or you'd or you are aspiring to be a virtual assistant. Yeah. So I'm not seeing responses in the comment section. Hi, Litura from Port Harcourt. Oh, we have a lot of talented people here, and it's such a wonder. You have a background in cybersecurity, and you're also a social media manager. Wow, that's a diverse portfolio. That's a diverse portfolio. We have a lot of intelligent and talented people here. This is why we need to, you know, be able to learn how to make money with our skills. And like I said earlier, being a virtual assistant is just having skills that you can use to earn from wherever you are. You can be here in Nigeria and have clients all across the world, from one continent to another, providing services, offering value. And then that's just really what a virtual assistant is. Although it entails more, there are ethics to abide by, and there's packaging of your services, pricing, and all of that. But the bone of contention is having the required skill, you know, and that's what we're going to be learning here today. Hi, Gold from Port Harcourt. We have a lot of people from Port Harcourt today. Where are my Lagos people? Where are my Abuja people? Hi, Gold. You are a programmer and you're aspiring to be a virtual assistant. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Hi, Chidima. Oh, you already introduced yourself before. You said you love to help to grow a firm or organization that is still going with your gained knowledge, while you also get to grow and learn from them as well as to add up to yours. Oh, you hope you're making sense. Yeah, I think I get a hang of what you're saying. So you just like be should I say, you just be involved in firms, just like startups. I hope I'm getting that right. So you help people that are growing their firms to reach a certain stage, and then You're also learning from them while they're adding value to them. Oh, that's really great. That's really great. Hi, Sate from PH. You're an aspiring VA. If you're an aspiring VA, you are in the right place. If you're already a VA, you are still in the right place, because here you're going to hear things that you've probably never heard before. And even if you heard them before, there's no knowledge that's a waste. You're going to reinforce whatever it is that you already know. And you said, hi, Sate. You said if you had all the money in the world, you spend your time listening to people talk to you about their challenges and you counsel them as best as you can. You sound like a counselor or somebody who is into psychology or something like that. Nice to meet you, Sate. This sounds exciting. However, I feel like it comes with the burden of carrying other people's problems. But from your speech, you seem to be a strong lady or man, whoever you are. Hi, First Lady from Port Harcourt. Nice to meet you, First Lady. Okay, you're here to enhance your knowledge and your skills. Okay, in the world of virtual assistants. Okay, that's great. If you never have to worry about money, okay, this is Letura. You spend your time helping young people make money. Okay, you are in the right place because you're also learning how to make money so you can pass on that knowledge. Hi, Daberechi from Port Harcourt. You're an aspiring VA. Hi, Edith Young from Akwa Ibom, but you reside in Port Harcourt and you're an aspiring VA. All right, this is a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for engaging us. I'd like for all of you to pay attention to the host speaker, Mene Victory. She's a well seasoned and experienced virtual assistant who has had clients all around the world and who owns the company Ignite VA. Help me give a warm welcome to Mene Victory. Mene Victory, over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Precious Joy, for that warm welcome. Hello, everyone. How are we doing today? It's such a pleasure to be here and to meet us one on one virtually. My name is Mayne Victory, and today, I want to believe that everyone present here are people who registered for the VA scholarship, right, during the PH Tech Expo. So if you are not in that category, then you are in the wrong webinar. This webinar is specifically for people who registered. Yes, so we sent a mail across to everyone. Unfortunately, some people have not opened their mail since that day. That's why they haven't joined the WhatsApp group. So we're trying to also look out for ways to also reach them, maybe via WhatsApp or phone call, since some of us are not email friendly. Email friendly, aspiring beings that are not email friendly. That narrative will change anyway. But for you that is here, congratulations to you for making it to this webinar. This webinar is like a preparatory class, right? More like give you a formal orientation of what you're about to get into, right? So it's going to help you to have a clear understanding, because most times, in fact, I'm even coming back from an interview, so people confuse being a virtual assistant and then being freelancer, or having a digital skills and then being a virtual assistant. So all of that I'm going to clarify in this webinar. So I want you to pay attention, right? One of the skills as soft skills that we teach in VA industry is the attention to detail. So your attention matters a lot in this industry. So if you want to really strive, you need to be able to pay attention, right? So let's get started. I'm going to be sharing my screen now. All right. So we're going to be talking about, let me go back, so I'm going to be looking this way because this is where my screen is. What is a virtual assistant and how you can start earning from it from today? So, like I mentioned, this is a preparatory class to give you a full breakdown of what it is and what is not. So today, in the next 45 minutes, not taking so much time, the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you what a virtual assistant is, what they do, the service they provide, and how you can start earning from it from today. Exactly, if you're willing to put in the work, and also generate sustainable income anywhere in the world. So yeah, let's get started. So before we launch into that, a little about me. I have personally trained 3,000 persons. When I mean 3,000 persons, both in physically, maybe in an event, in a webinar. So some of all of that for the past 6 years. I've been doing this, so I've trained more than 3,000 persons to get results like this. All right, these are testimonials from my students. And I started out as a freelance content creator. Just a background about me. So you know that whatever level you are now, okay, is not too late. You are not, I don't think there's anybody that will say, oh, virtual assistant is something that they can't learn. It's not like your cyber security or something that is very, very technical. That is like, oh, I can't code, I can't know. Virtual assistant is quite very basic if you understand it well. Having the skills is also a leverage, but we'll get to that. So I started out as a freelance content creator in 2019, 2020, as during the heat of COVID. I was a waitress then. When COVID hit, I decided that, oh, I don't need to go back to being a waitress when I learned the video content creator skill. So I learned it, and then I was doing it for fun. When people are like, I can pay you for if you can do something like this for me. And then I stumbled into it. Let me just say it. I say that I stumbled into the digital space, and I realized, oh, maybe I can start, this can be an extra source of income for me. Then I started becoming intentional about it, started posting consistently on Facebook and Instagram. And then in 2023, I launched my Ignite VA, which is the virtual assistant industry today. And I started up with my a team, and then we've been building that since then. So little about me. I'm the founder and team leader of Ignite VA, a fast-growing African virtual assistant agency that is connecting skilled virtual assistants to clients across 11 countries right now. And yeah, that's it. So this since we launched Ignite VA, it has been amazing. We've had thousands of dollars of revenue. We've created employment to over 60 plus virtual assistants, and we have served clients in multiple industries, different continents, and we've also won grants. So we are trying to position Ignite VA, which we're doing now, as a trusted agency. There's this African or Nigerian, stigma that, oh, Africans cannot be world class, Africans cannot compete globally. So we are changing that narrative, right? We're trying to make people believe that we can offer quality service. So we are competing globally. So yeah, so we provide quality systems, quality service delivery, and we have that reputation for ourselves. So yeah, and then let's move on. So recently we just launched the institute already, which you are aware of, Ignite VA Institute. Now, what will this training do for you? So that's a background about me and Ignite VA. What will this training do for you, this webinar? What this webinar will do for you to help you to know what a virtual assistant actually does, and then how you can be able to build something that pays you in multiple currency, and then to help you to know what you'll be able to know what you need to do right now. Okay, what you need to do right now. Right now that you have heard about virtual assistants and all the interest is high and you're all adrenaline popping, what do you need to do right now so you can be able to, launch into that virtual assistant market? So this is what we'll be learning here in the next 45 minutes. First of all, the skills that you need to learn as a virtual assistant, the skills that you need to know as a virtual assistant, very important, and how you can be able to earn as a virtual assistant by offering various services, okay? And then places that you will be able to find clients as a virtual assistant. These things that have worked, right? Speaking from experience, these are things that have worked for us, for me as a personal brand, and then as an agency as well. So who is a virtual assistant? Who is a virtual assistant? Like I mentioned,
Fine.
a virtual,
Yeah.
okay, I guess that's a virtual
And now,
assistant.
bro, toilet.
Please, Faith, can you mute this person whose mic is on? Okay, so a virtual assistant business is a company or freelance service that provide professional service to support individual, to support busy professionals, to support entrepreneurs, to support even startups, all right, growing businesses, even established businesses. So if you're offering your services from the comfort of your home, from a co-working environment, whatever that service is, it could be cybersecurity, it could be project management, it could be product management. Now, so far you're offering that service from, not in a physical office space, and so get the cost now, and you're offering this service on a contract basis, because there are two sides to it. So you can be a remote, you can have a digital skill, and then you're being paid for it, but then you're being hired as a full-time staff, right? And then you're working remotely. That is different from having a skill. Let's say, for example, I'm a data analyst, okay, and I'm working with Google, and then I'm in Nigeria, right? I am a full-time employee of um Google, right? So I won't say that's a virtual assistant, because I am paid salary, all the benefits of a full-time employee I have. Now, how is a virtual assistant is that you are offering the service, but you're on a contract basis. You're not a full-time employee. You're offering the service on a contract basis. You're either doing it on a monthly retainer, or you're doing it on an hourly basis, okay? And then, or you're doing it on a project-based basis. Like now, I have let's say, for example, I'm a product designer, and I just need to work on a particular product, and then from end to end for like 3 months, and I get paid for it. That in itself, you're offering a virtual service, and the company can decide to, when your project is done, they terminate that contract. So that is virtual assistance. All right. So yeah, that's it. So instead of you working in a physical office, you're doing this on wherever you are. That's the thing. You're doing it wherever you are. You're helping clients handle their tasks. You're saving time. You're improving productivity, and you're supporting their business growth in whatever form. So far, it's done remotely. You can call it virtual assistance. So, but there are there are services that are virtual assistant are known for. Before now, let's say like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when you hear the word virtual assistant, people just go to, administrative, which is still its general VA, maybe administrative, email management, and all. But right now, it has really evolved, right? So when we talk about virtual assistant right now, we're talking about people who offer their service, both creative, both technical skills. It has evolved. People even have specialties in the VA space now. You can hear things like, I'm a legal VA. Yeah, but I am a legal VA. That means I offer legal services. I offer my service to only legal professionals. All right. You hear things like, I'm a medical VA. So you see all of those niches. I'm going to show you. So in the course of this webinar, you're going to have like a VA personality quiz you're going to take, so you get to know, based on the questions, based on your answer to the questions, you'll be able to know the kind of niche or industry that will suit you, since you are an aspiring VA. Because I believe that most of us here are aspiring VAs or have a skill, but then they're looking at how to be able to, offer this service remotely. So yeah. So what are the services that are offered by virtual assistants? We have email and calendar management, customer support, data entry, internet research, social media management, project coordination, and all and all and all. Executive assistant. I started out as an executive. I started as a freelance content creator, then I moved into being an executive VA. So these are services that are offered by virtual assistant, but not limited to this. So let's move on. Now, what skills do you need as a virtual assistant? For you to call yourself a virtual assistant, what are the skills you need? So this is where you get to learn the rudiments. So you can, like I mentioned, you can have a digital marketing skills and not be a virtual assistant, right? So, but if you want to be a virtual assistant that, offer this digital marketing, you have to learn how the industry works, how you communicate, like you're in your 9 to 5, like most of us who have done 9 to 5 before now. Every office have a standard of operation. They have their code of conduct. They have their work ethics. Do you understand? So, but also in the remote industry, we also have those work ethics. We also have that, tools we use to communicate. We also have those, platforms that we use to interact, right? Instead of physically, there are tools we use to, interact, collaborate with each other virtually. And that is what you're learning as a virtual assistant. Most importantly, the basics. All right, so now let's move. So what are the skills you need in a virtual assistant? So by the end of this course, you should be able to, by the end of this webinar, you should be able to have a clear understanding. So you know what you're going into, right? You need to have a clear understanding of what it is. So okay, I can position myself as this. I can position myself as this. All right. So the skills that are needed is number one, communication skill. Because it's you're working virtually, there's a language, there's a communication style, in this profession. Yeah, I'll call it a profession because for me, it's a career. It's not just a side hustle. There's a communication style. There's a communication. You need to learn how to communicate, in the remote space. So there's that exists. It's not just you just come and talk. No, you need to have a good communication skill. All right. How do you interact with your client? What do you say? So communication skill, very important. And how you say it is not even about what you say now, it's how you say it too. You need to sound professional. So the next thing is organizational and time management. Very, very important. And that's what you learn as a virtual assistant. You learn how you can be organized, tools that can help you to be organized, help you to manage your time very well. If you're someone that, you're not really, you don't pay attention to time management, you struggle. And that's part of what you learn. You learn time management. You learn how to organize yourself. All right. Like for us as virtual assistant, what is very common about us is being organized. Every virtual assistant, I bet they have a to-do list. They have their days, they plan their days almost like the whole of this week is planned already, what they are going to do. And every time they are getting new tasks, they are updating on their tasks or to do all their Google Calendar. So your day is organized. You don't just wake up and then start scrolling on TikTok and just while away time. No, as a virtual assistant, every hour, every second is counting for something. All right. Do you need to send a mail to someone? Do you need to follow up on this? Your day is organized already. All right. So you have to be organized and you need to understand time management. It's not like the African man time. There's no African man time in the virtual assistant industry where your client to book a meeting for 9 p.m. and let's say 9 p.m. Nigerian time, maybe CST time could be maybe let's say 8 a.m. or something. And then you just come in by 9:05. That is totally wrong. It's very unprofessional. So you have to be there on time. So you understand time management. Then we have tech and digital skills, which will give you a leverage. Note what I said, leverage. So if you just learn the basics of general virtual assistant, maybe email management, Google Workspace, and the rest of them, those one will give you the foundation. Okay. But what will really give you an edge if you have a digital skill? All right, like I tell most of the people I train in virtual assistant, I tell them that when you graduate as a virtual assistant, understand that entry level that you are is saturated. A lot of people are virtual assistants, even people that don't even take the course, they already know the tools. All right, understand? So you need something that will set you apart, that will give you a competitive edge. So when I saw some people introduce themselves here and say they are data analysts, I'm already excited because you're going to strive in the VA space. Okay, if you already have a digital skill, you are going to really strive because it's now for you to be able to communicate your skills, virtually, so you can be able to attract clients. Do you understand? I hope we are following. Let me get response so that I can know if this class is interactive or not. I'm taking my time to explain so that when you come in, you understand very well, you will not be confused. Okay, so I'm getting yes, ma. Okay, yes, okay. All right, so very important. So you know what you're getting into. So I was saying that some of us already have these two skills. Those skills that you have learned, they are leverage. All right, you can use it to have competitive edge. Okay, in the VA space. So we have administrative skills, very important. For you to be a virtual assistant, you need to have a good, strong administrative skills. Your problem-solving skills, my goodness, I can't overemphasize this enough. You need to have problem-solving skills. A soft skill, you need to know how to solve problem. When your client escalates a problem to you, it's not the time for you to start saying, hey, whoa, and start panicking. No, you should be thinking solution. right? So how can we solve this problem should be what you should be thinking about everything. So you need to sharpen your problem solving skill. And then customer service skill too, very important. And then we have sales and marketing, very important. Sales and marketing skills as well. Then we have leadership skills for those that want to be agency owners. You need to have a good leadership skill. And then, like I mentioned, specialized skills that can help you to earn more. So it's not enough for you to just be a general virtual assistant. Like I said, that entry level is saturated. Everybody's a VA, but you need a specialized skill that will give you an edge. So if you already have that specialized skill, then congratulations, you're going to scale faster. Okay? All right, so now let's move on. Now, like I mentioned, you're going to take these VA personality skills right now. This class is very practical. Faith, please can you post the VA personality um, quiz link on the WhatsApp group? Post on the WhatsApp group instead of here so that people can always go to it. So what you do is, what this VA personality quiz will help you do, for those that are, I believe everybody here are aspiring to be virtual assistants, right? So you may not know the category of virtual assistant that you belong to or a niche that will be suitable for you because you're just starting. So what this personality quiz is that based on the response you're going to give on this quiz, it will give you a, a niche, which I'm going to show you now. Okay, now this is the result you have. So if you after you answer the question, it tells your result is that you are a visionary, a visionary person. You have someone you're someone with vision. It means that this is the niches that you should be looking at for. You should look at, being a VA agency owner. You should be looking at being a project manager VA. You should be looking at being an operations specialist VA. You should be looking at being an online business manager VA. Okay, you should be looking at being a launch strategy. So you agree with me that most businesses are running their operations 100% online. We have a lot of online business everywhere, and they need help. They need assistance. Some of them can't even afford to hire a full staff, and pay them salary. Do you understand? So they are always looking out for what? Virtual assistants. Because that way it's cost effective for them. They just only get to pay for that particular tax or that service. And they can just decide to terminate it and then maybe look for another VA. They can get a VA to do social media management, get a VA to do customer support, and they are paying per hour or they are paying a monthly retainer. By that way, they don't have to do HMO and all of those retirement and all those plan and everything. So you see, it's more economical for the business owner. So they are actually looking for you, virtual assistant. So if the quiz says that you are an organizer, that means you should be looking at being a director of operations, social media strategies. You're looking at being a workflow manager and all. Then if it says that you are a helper, then you should be looking at being a customer. When you answer the questions, you will see this result based on your personality type. Very important. So it's very important that you take it. And then if you're an expert, to give you this. If you are a creative, to show you graphic design and all of that. So this is it. These are the different niches that you can, but not limited to this because there are more. Okay. All right. So I believe that link has gone now on the group. Awesome. So I want you to post your result on the group, okay? When you finish filling it, post your result on the group so I get to see it and also follow up, okay? Very important. Someone said, please, I'm not on the WhatsApp group yet. Think you can help. Okay, so check the mail that brought you to this Zoom. You should have a link to join the group. So check the previous mail. We sent the group WhatsApp group link via mail. So same match, Linus. Okay, just look for Ignite VA mail that answers this. Okay, because we are trying to filter the selection because we don't want just anybody to be in the group. It has to be people who registered at the PH Tech Expo event because this is a scholarship program. All right, I hope you got that. Okay, now I'm waiting to see your results. Nobody has finished. The group is open, so you can post on the group. I am waiting for your results. So I won't continue until you post your personality on the group. So answer the question. How many of us? Okay, let me just allow. I guess some people are still on it, so let me not just ask. So when you finish answering the question, post your result on the group. I just need to see 3, 2, or 4 persons, and then I'll continue. Okay. So if you're still on this Zoom, you are in the wrong place. You should be on your browser answering the questions from the personality quiz. Oh boy. I think my WhatsApp was shared like that too. Let me move this here so I can see. Okay, nobody's answering. Waiting for you. Waiting for you to answer the questions and show me your results. Post your result on the group. I'll wait. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3. I say 7, 3. I don't even know how to count again. Okay? Nobody's posting their result. I wish I were following this class at all. Nobody's posting the results. How many persons are taking the quiz? I mean, it's not something that is very technical. It should be done in like 10 seconds ago. 10 seconds, it should be done. Waiting for you to post your results on the group. We are on it, please. Okay. 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 So I think I should move on while they're on it. Okay. If the Zoom is lagging, then awesome. So we have an Joshua. Joshua, your personality type is the helper. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So yeah, awesome. Awesome. So we have one person. We have another person. Two helpers. Interesting. Forest Hall. I don't know if I got that. I mean what? I didn't get that. So let me see. The helper. Okay. Okay. Two helpers on the group. We have another one with the visionaire. Oh, awesome. Gifty divas. Awesome. That's good. Okay. Amazing. I'm waiting to see the creatives in the house. Don't we have creatives in the house? I'm waiting to see the creatives in the house. So please keep that going. Keep that going. All right, so let's continue. So those of us on YouTube, please do that exercise as well and post it on the group so I get to see. Oh, we have another helper, Precious Paul. Oh, amazing. Oh, it's Forza Hub. Oh, Forza. Yeah. I get it now. I get it now. Forza Hub. Okay, so I think we can move on from here. At least I've gotten 3, 4 persons that have taken the quiz. Okay, now moving on. Like I mentioned, a lot of businesses are operating online and they are overwhelmed, really. Imagine people that have, brands that are running 100% online and they don't have staff. Some of them, they just have maybe one staff, you know, they need people to help them. They want to outsource the tasks. Something as basic as community management. Community management is outsourced and people are paid handsomely for it, just for you to be able to manage community, even WhatsApp community, right? WhatsApp community people are charging as high if you want to be maybe in Nigerian, even Nigerian currency, people charge as high as maybe 500K to manage WhatsApp community. So it depends on the niche. That's why I said, don't just be a general VA when you graduate from this virtual assistant 101 course. Have a niche for yourself and grow from there. Okay. Then people, like I mentioned, businesses are hiring staff. They're hiring VAs every day because they need them, right? So, and that's where you come in. You're not begging for job. Don't graduate and be say you're begging for a job. The job is already there. The job, Opo. There's only if I can say Opo. Okay, we have a lot of PH people here, so Port Harcourt say job plenty, job boku, job day is you, right? Carving out a niche for yourself and offering you and branding yourself as that thing, right? So you're not begging for a job, you are solving a problem for a price. So that is how you should position your mindset as you're coming in. You should not come and be saying, I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for a job. No, you're a problem solver, you're solving a problem. You're an answer to the busy entrepreneurs' problems. You're an answer to that overwhelmed CEO. Understand me? So yeah, let's move on. You're an answer to that coach that is an online coach, that is always online doing webinar and everything. They need you. So yeah, how can you now earn in dollars by offering various range of services to business? How can you now earn in dollars? That's the next question we're going to answer right away. How you can earn in dollars. First things first, number one, when you start, okay, stop charging like a beginner, especially when you know your onion. And I'm glad most of us here already have a skill. So you just need to package it very well. So that's one of the things that you learn as a virtual assistant, how you can be able to package yourself and also price your service as a professional. That's why you need the training. So you can be able to package yourself. So you don't charge like someone that is begging, please help me. No, you don't charge as a beginner and do random tasks. No. You position yourself as someone who is helping businesses to save time, increase their productivity, and stay organized. So people are looking for people who will help them with results, who will help them to be organized. And if you position yourself as that, then you will be hired. So don't charge as beginners. We'll help you in the course. We'll show you how you can be able to charge professionally, how you can be able to structure your pricing. We have a lot of models, in the VA space, hourly model, monthly retainer model, project-based model. We'll show you all of that. Okay. Then number two, offer high value service. Excuse me, offer high value service. So clients are willing to pay for higher retainers for service. I mean, clients are willing to pay higher. One of the models that we use mostly at Ignite VA is the retainer model, so that your client keep coming and paying every month. So you offer, retainer services, and then this retainer service is something that that supports the business directly, that they cannot do without you. You understand? Those kind of services, like they are evergreen, something like social media management. They always want to be out there on social media. Business wants to always, be seen. Example, social media management, they will always want to be posting. So if you position yourself as a social media manager or social media marketer, you always be in business because your businesses are going to be looking for you, right? Because it's part of their operations to always post on social media. If you get, I guess you understand that. So, and then charge monthly retainer. Instead of to say, okay, let me charge you for 1, 2, 3 posts, charge them monthly. That way, you're able to have like a retainer. So you don't work and then that's it. They pay you for particular maybe contract and all of that. Contract is good, especially when it's longer. Like what I do with one of my clients recently. So he wanted us to do like a video editing kind of package. So for his YouTube channel. So what I told him is he wanted to pay per edit. Let me explain so you understand what I mean. He wanted to pay, okay, for every time that we edit his video, he pays for it. I was like, you know what? How about you pay for for 3 months? We'll edit your video for 3 months, and then I now slash the amount of one. So he down did the math and be like, you know what? I like this offer. So he pays for 3 months package instead of paying for one video editing. Do you understand? So always negotiate with your client to see how you can be able to, have it monthly. Now, by the time we've worked for 3 months and he has seen that, oh, we have delivered excellently well, he will continue to post on his YouTube channel unless he stops. he will still continue to, if you want to renew the contract again, you understand? It's the logic, it's the business sense around it. So you want to renew the contract again, for another, maybe another 3 months. That way you are also staying afloat in your cash. You're not out of, you know, out of business. Because one of the downside about being a virtual assistant is that today you can be hired, tomorrow you can be kicked out. You can be fired. So the job security is not there. And this is me being honest with you. There's no job security in the virtual assistant space. So if you're coming in thinking that there's job security, this is not your 9 to 5, that you are sure that you will be, you get your salary at the end of the month. Some people can just wake up and pause their contract. And it's not of any fault of yours. It's just them saying that, oh, they don't want to continue and all of that. So that's one of the downside of being a virtual assistant. So that's sure certainty of job security is not there. Okay, so now this I've mentioned about the monthly retainer. So you have, let's say you charge a particular client $300. And that another beauty of being remote working as a virtual assistant, you can work for multiple clients at the same time. So far it doesn't overlap, the time zone does not overlap, or the tax does not overlap, and then you're struggling. No. Remember when I started, I was working 3 projects that is not, I'm not supposed to work at. I was an executive virtual assistant, which is already time demanding. And then I was now managing a project that's already time demanding. And then I was still now doing digital training course. That one was even on site. Can imagine that period you need to see me, I was so crazy. I didn't even still remember to comb my hair. Because you can be having a class and your executive will be calling you like your life depends on it. So like his life depends on you picking that call, and it was crazy. But I've grown now, so I'm not like that again. So now I can't carry on projects that are going to be conflicting each other. So let's say you're working for a client A, and then you're earning $300. And you work for client B, you're earning another $300, and you work for another client, maybe for 4 clients. All right. Let's say one is just email management. Then the other one can be maybe social media management, and then another one can just be maybe let's say customer support, where you get to be replying DMs and all of that. Let's say you work with the clients. The 4 clients can give you $1,200 per month, which is like 1.7 million naira in a month. Right. So that's, if you have that, you're comfortable. You don't need to work for so many clients. If you have 4 clients that are paying as low as $300 is like the back $300. That's why I put it there. So I don't want to put crazy figures that will be like, oh, it's too big. $300 is back $300 per month. You're working for 4 clients. You'll be earning like 1.7 million for 4 clients. So you don't have to be like, oh, I need to work for 6 clients. No. And you can even get a client. This is for you starting, oh, because people as virtual assistant, they earn as high as $500, $800 per month. But for a newbie on the start, you can earn as, high as low as $300, per month. All right. So yeah. Yes. All right. So let's move on. Now another thing that you should focus on is international clients, because these guys, yeah, of course, when you convert it, it's more reasonable. Like the money is bigger, so you should focus on working for international clients, because you do almost nothing and then you earn so much when you convert it to Nigerian, the Nigerian naira. So it's beautiful when you work, when you get to work with international clients. Yeah, so you can work for coaches, because most of the international clients, they are coaches. Most of them, they need virtual assistants. All right. Startups, CEOs, agencies, e-commerce brands, content creators, medical professionals. So the list is endless. So look out for international companies or international brands, international clients. They will pay you more. That doesn't mean you shouldn't work for Nigerian or African or clients that are within your local, for a start. You can start with them so you can be able to build your portfolio. But the focus should be on the international client, because they tend to pay you more. All right. So then there are countries like US, UK, Canada, Australia. Those are countries that they're hiring VAs almost every day they're hiring VAs. Every day they're hiring. So, and also build a professional brand is very, very important. LinkedIn is your friend for this. build a professional brand, because clients are ready to pay you more when you appear professional online. Okay, you don't look like you're begging. Of course, your LinkedIn should be optimized. You look like a serious person on LinkedIn, so they'll know that this person is not trying to, scam me, because most of our Nigerian brothers and Nigerian African siblings, they have gone ahead to go and spoil the work. According to my views. Every day, like the one I got, which day I got someone, let me even read it for you guys this morning. The person said, there are a lot of things that are happening in the industry that, you really need to be extra for you to prove that, oh, you are different. Okay. You really need to be extra for you to prove that you're different. Someone said that, oh, I worked fully remote for 2 years, brought my sister into it and all. Then, however, we both lost the job early this year because the Nigerian manager they put in charge became greedy and stole the company. So they fired everybody. So you see, most of our Nigerian people, they have gone ahead to, give us bad name. So you coming into the market, you're already at a people are already biased. People are like these people are like, so you need to be extra. That's why you need to take your personal brand very seriously so that you'll be different, because there are people that still want to bet on Africans. They still want to bet on a Nigerian clients, even with the whole, scandal and all of that. So this is not the time for you to now sell yourself less or be. That's why your professional brand should be top notch. So you're already fighting so many battles. So don't come and add to you. How do I say it? People already they have a notion. So we at Ignite VA, we are trying to also correct that impression, and people see us as cheap labor too. You also need to change that impression. You don't see yourself as cheap labor, all right? So we are changing the narrative of African VAs, Nigerian VAs. So if you're going to be joining us, then you should be professional and should also appear professional in the online space, because of course this client, they don't know you, they don't know your house. It's what you put out there that they can, vouch for, that, oh, I trust this person. And how do you build trust? By also putting out content on your socials and branding yourself professionally. So you need to have a strong LinkedIn profile, you need to have a clear service offer, you need to have a simple portfolio, you need to have, can even use Canvas website, which we are going to show you on in the VA 101 to build a portfolio for yourself. We'll show you how to build a portfolio in the course. So you also need to have a you also have professional communication skills. And of course, you need to have testimonials and sample of work, which we are going to show you how to. For those of you that are going to, go through the training to the end and will be very outstanding, there's a high chance that you're going to be interning at Ignite VA, which will help you to build your portfolio, right? So yeah. Now, the next thing you want to do is to create systems so you don't have to burn out. System is very important. You don't have to work 24 hours a day. So for you to be able to, work professionally, you need systems, you need templates, you need to automate things. You need to learn how to use automation tools to make your work easy. All right. They will not tell you, send, maybe your name is Joy, for example. Joy, send a mail by 9, um, let's say 12 a.m. your time. You don't need to be awake to 12 a.m. You can schedule that email. Do you understand? So you need to be able to, find a way to be able to automate the processes, which we are going to show you. You need to know how to use project management tools like Trello, Notion, Asana, ClickUp. These are things, use project management system to make your work organized and also help to organize your clients. So these are things we show you in the Virtual Assistant 101 course. Okay, now top places where you can find clients. Top places where you can find clients. I wrote here number one, LinkedIn. I bet our first client, our first international client, Ignite VA, after 9 months since we launched, was an international client, and it came from LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a place that you shouldn't play with. You find the ideal clients, people who are serious minded on LinkedIn. So you serious professionals on LinkedIn. So it's very, very important that you optimize yourself on LinkedIn. Very, very important. Okay, so the next thing is Facebook groups. These are like the hidden gold. I call them hidden gold mine, because even me myself, I have hired a virtual assistant from Facebook group before. My current coach, Maria, she's in the US, was from Facebook group that I met her. So I've done this Facebook group that people are not so paying attention to. People are getting jobs there. Oh. Me, I've hired from there too. So Facebook groups in the virtual assistant 101 course, and also in the Service Business Accelerator, I even shared list of over more than 10 Facebook groups that you should join and how you can be able to get your clients from them. So the course is very interesting. It's more practical. So I'm happy that you're here and you'll be part of it. And then your existing network and referral, you should not underrate that one too. Especially as as you're starting out, you need to, use your network, use people that are around, because when I started as a freelance content creator, it was my network that were like recommending me. So don't trivialize your network. You don't know you know, who would recommend you to your next big client. Tell people what you do. Send them your portfolio, even if they don't ask you. So far, this person has the potential of, connecting me to a client, not just any kind of network. Of course, you know your network. You can send them your portfolio, tell them that, oh, I'm job hunting. These are what I do. This is what I do. This is my CV. If you want, I can send you an email and all of that. Okay. People do that to me as well. Serious minded people, sure. And I've recommended them for jobs. There's one project management VA that reached out to me. We even had she scheduled a meeting with me, jump on a call. She explained herself, showed me her portfolio and everything, and said if I need immediately. And I think that same week I was speaking to a client. The person mentioned, oh, she needs it. Immediately, it sticked because it was not just a WhatsApp DM that is just there that I will forget. It stick because of how she she packaged herself and she presented herself to me. So you see, I'm giving people like I'm giving people like tips. This is hidden gem for people who are also looking at opportunities. So you should be intentional because your network is very, very important. So don't underrate them. And don't just tell them send WhatsApp message. Let it be like maybe a Google Meet call, a Zoom call. They'll take it very serious and they will not forget you. All right. So that's just it. I'm speaking from experience, so it sticks for you. So what you need is not just information, right? I can come here and be giving you 1 million information. I mean, information is everywhere. Even AI, you can even search for do some prompts and you get information. Information, we are in the information age, but what you need is structure. You need someone to show you the road and teach you how to do it. And this is for someone who has done it and it's working. And that is what we are giving to you, structure. All right, very important. So we have these are the courses we have currently. The In the institute, we launched with the Service Business Accelerator. This Service Business Accelerator course is for people who are already VAs, already tech professionals, who are already creative people in the tech space. They know these things, all right, but they just want to know how to package themselves and position themselves as service businesses to charge, not just to be looking for a job now. It's for them to be able to attract the job. Exactly. Positioning yourself so that you can be able to attract clients and not you looking for clients. That's what we do at the Service Business Accelerator. We'll teach you structures, how you can have standard of operations, terms of agreement, how you can be able to, have, you know, business operations that works even without you being there, right? So these are for serious business people who want to turn their skills into a service business. So this is what we teach you. And this is not it's not a beginner's course. This one is not for beginners. This one is for people who are already in the system, but they want to scale. Okay, then this one is the beginners one. People who want to go into the virtual assistant industry, which is the VA 101. Okay, so we teach you, we literally show you how all the skills I've mentioned, teach you how you can be able to learn the tools and everything, teach you how you can package yourself, teach you the basic tools, the skills, and even the confidence you need to go into the space. So this is where the virtual assistant 101 comes in. So we introduce you to virtual assistant, we'll show you the tools that you need to use, how you can communicate remotely, because the remote work have their own kind of communication. So yeah, that's it. So final word, this is me wrapping up now. If you're serious about earning differently this year, if you're tired of guessing and ready to build something or start a career that can, give you money from the comfort of your home, flexibility. Yeah, if you're like me that have been working remotely for 6 years now, I don't know what is office space, working for somebody, I've been doing, and be confined with 100K salary a month. No, not me. It's not me. And if you don't want to be that person that, You want to be your own boss. You want to work independently. You want to work with multiple clients without anybody saying, "What are you doing? Close that laptop now." You want to have your freedom. Then virtual assistant in the space for you. You're welcome on board. Thank you very much. And that is it. Questions, discussions. Over to you, Precious Joy. I believe I've been able to do justice to this. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the emojis. I appreciate. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me just take questions. If you have questions, raise your hand or you can type them in the chat session. So ask your question, everything that is bothering you. Yeah, we have Barry Barry Buffy. Oh God, I don't want to scatter your name, but yeah, you raised your hand first. Someone says Barry Lee, that was very insightful. Thank you so much. All right, let's have your question. Unmute yourself, please.
Good evening, ma.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Okay, can I go on?
Yeah, sure, please. We can hear you.
Okay. And you said something about the LinkedIn profile, yes, something about the LinkedIn profile.
Mm-hmm.
Surely I always have it in mind to have my LinkedIn profile, a strong one at that, and other social media platform. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared of one thing. I don't know if I need to change my mindset on that. The insecurity in our country, sometimes when I look at that, I'll say, let me not go and post something now, or do something now. Somebody will come and you know what I mean? Like in Nigeria right now, the insecurity measures and the rest of the thing.
Okay, I get your concern, which is very, very valid. Believe me, it's very, very valid. And yeah, for LinkedIn and social media, you for what you control the narrative, right? What you want people to know you for and the kind of information you want to give out. You are the one to put it out, right? So you can filter it, especially anyone that will threaten, your security. You don't have to put that out. Do you understand? You don't have to put that out. So
Yeah.
the idea of you branding online is to talk about what you do, right? And show proof of work so people can see you and hire you. Do you understand? And you don't
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
start telling them these are, some people, do storytelling story. I think I was watching a video, people were doing storytelling, and they are showing a lot of personal details about themselves, something that that should be discreet. Like someone was saying, you do video and you're showing your building where you stay. People know your house, people know your streets, they know your estate, they know virtually everything about you. They can even come and kidnap you. So that is too much information. So you're discreet, right? You're discreet about the kind of information you put out there because you are the one that will control the narrative. So it's only what you want people to know about you that you put out. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I hope I answered your
Okay, ma'am.
question.
Thank you. Yeah,
You're welcome.
sure.
So we have Mabel. Mabel, let's have your question. Mm-hmm. Mabel, you raised your hand. You have lowered it now. Okay, maybe it was just hand in the chat. Okay, someone says here, my question, okay, it's Mabel that is asking now. Apart from a laptop, what else I need physical as a VA? So you need a laptop first of all. In fact, if you're starting out as a VA, I would say you need a you need to set up a work station in your house or wherever you want to use. Maybe even if it's just to have a table and a comfortable chair. In fact, let me start crying for you guys here now. If you're starting out this remote work, you're going to be sitting down for a long time. And even if it means for you to borrow money and buy ergonomic chair so that you not have my own, you will not be regretting like me. Because right now I have a butt pain that has not gone that has not left me. I've gone to hospitals, I've gone everywhere. It has not healed till today. In fact, they don't even know what is wrong with me. I've done X-ray upon X-ray. The pain is still there, but they said nothing is wrong with me. So please buy an ergonomic chair. It should part of be it should be the way you're investing for laptop, invest in buying a good, comfortable chair for yourself. So you don't have serious back pain and butt pain that you cannot be like me. So learn from my mistakes, please, guys. Learn from my mistakes. Thank you. Please, how do I build a strong LinkedIn portfolio? That's what we're going to train you on in the virtual assistant course. So that's part of the training. So yeah. Any other question? Okay, so I guess that is all. Okay, we have one. How many months for the class? So it's for 8 weeks. So the class is for 8 weeks. So this is how it's going to work when we start. The class is for 8 weeks. The start date, we are not certain yet. That will be communicated. So the class is for 8 weeks, 2 times a week. And good news, we have on-site. So if you want to come to a physical place, maybe you're the type that you can't learn online. You want to be in a physical, controlled, conducive, AC will be blowing you, and you have a facilitator. We have that as well. So we are trying to impute that. So you have a controlled environment where you're going to be learning physically. Since this is for Port Harcourt, so I thought of it with my team members. So like, let's have a physical on-site for people who can come to the office, to learn, come to a learning environment to learn. So we are putting that in place. But if you can't come physically, which I would suggest you do, you can also learn remotely. Okay? Yeah. So um who said, I think there's a question here, says how many months? I said 8 weeks. How long 8 weeks? Is a laptop a necessity? Jesus. It's more like asking, is going to farm with your farm tools necessary? It is very, very, very important for you to have a laptop. Very important, very necessary, very important. So you don't struggle. Yeah, very necessary. Where is the head office? So our office currently, we are at PLA Hub at D-Line, but for the training, we'll be using an office in GRA Sani Abacha Road. But that will be communicated when the time comes. So, but that's geography here. Please, any idea how? Okay, let me move this. Any idea how what? Any idea how a restriction can be lifted from LinkedIn accounts? LinkedIn policy can just be very crazy. I think I've had people have restriction issues. I'll just advise them, who could just open your account, because those guys can be, their policy is hell. And when you open your account, ensure you verify it so you don't have that issue again. So sorry, I can't help you, LinkedIn restriction. Are we going to also learn CSR aside from VA? What's CSR? Customer support, what? I don't know. CSR. The CSR I know is corporate social responsibility. Oh, I don't know if that's what you're referring to. What if one doesn't own a laptop? What if one doesn't own a laptop? Come on, you just have to own one, please. Just save up and buy or borrow. No, I won't suggest you borrow, especially if you want to start earning, because you can't be working for clients on a borrowed system. It's against confidentiality, and you are breaking the confidentiality standard of virtual assistant for you to use a borrow that. Cop, cop, okay, CSR, like customer service representative. So you're asking if we're also going to be learning that. No, 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 no. We can only teach you the basics, right? So customer service on its own is a course on its own. If you want to be into it like full time, you should be able to learn, that way, learn about it in broad. But the VA is just to guide you. We're gonna touch it, but we're not gonna do in depth. Okay. So if you want to be a customer service, get a certificate, there are certificates of customer service and all of that. You're like me now, I'm also a HR professional, PHRI, have my international, I'm gonna have my international certificate very soon. So I cannot say, oh, I'll teach HR here. No, I can't teach HR on the VA. So that's a big broad course on its own. All right. So I think that okay, we have Barile, go ahead and ask your question. Your hand has been up since. Barile Bako.
Okay, can you hear me? Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Thank you very much. I was really blessed by the
Bless
lecture.
you.
Thank you so much. So
You're welcome.
my question, I don't know if it's really a question. Um, I am a digital marketer, but the problem I'm having is I don't have a portfolio. I just entered the digital space this year, and I've taken courses on digital marketing. I'm also a content creator, but mostly I write, it's just write-ups, motivational write-ups, but I don't know how to build a portfolio. I've been getting job opportunities, but that's the first thing they will tell me is send your portfolio, and
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
like the best. Mm-hmm.
I don't
So
even know how to build one.
that's
So
what we're going to be training you on in the course, the Virtual Assistant 101 course. So yeah,
okay, thank you very much.
it's part of the curriculum. Yeah, building your portfolio. Yeah,
All right,
you're
thank you.
welcome. Any other question? Okay, since there are no further questions, I think we can bring this class to an end. So just to give you heads up for those that are in the scholarship, which I believe is everyone, the class, keep your eye on your email and also on the group too, if you're on the group chat, because we're going to be communicating via email most of the time and we had over 300, like I mentioned, we had over 300 registered um, people. And remember, it's just 100%. So for you to qualify, you need to, go through some screening and all that. And of course, requirements, laptop too. You need to have a laptop, you need to have the time and all of that. So we are going to screen a lot of people out and just select the 100%. So if you want to ensure that you are part of the 100, then do not miss out on any updates and check your email very, very often. Okay. I think with that, we've come to the end of the class. Any further information, the group will be open from now till like maybe tomorrow, or let's say till Monday. Let's give you the weekend. So if you have questions you want to ask from the course or anything, you can just ask on the group and we will respond. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Good night and have a lovely evening. Enjoy your weekend. According to Tinubu. Enjoy your weekend. Go and do oble. Oble. Bye, guys.